Hello, in this video we're going to talk about date-time formatting in Power Automate. This is something I need to do a lot. It's very common to need to work with date-time values in Power Automate workflows. One frustration I've had with this is it's been hard for me to figure out how to get the right pattern so that I get a nicely formatted, user-friendly output. To address this, I've set up a tool on my site which is free and simple to use, where you can reference different patterns and check it real time before doing this in Power Automate. This should help you a lot if you're looking for an easy way to do formatting for date time values in Power Automate. So now let's get SharePoint smart. Okay, so let's start with the good stuff. This is the site. It's linked under the video. You can just go to this page. It's at sharepointdashboards.com, and this is the formatting tool. And I'll begin by just showing you exactly, how that works, what it looks like. Basically, it's going to preload the date time value of right now, but you can change those values if you want. And then what you're able to do is type in values to check that output and see what it's going to do. So the first functions you want to look at are one-letter codes, which offer a lot of commonly used outputs for date time. So if I type a value in here, you're going to see it update in this output box, and it's going to show me what I will get if I use one of these formatting functions that's available in Power Automate. So some of those common functions are highlighted in the top in this description. You can read more about these patterns and formatting and all of that by checking the links on these pages. So there is a general Microsoft page on customizing these values, and then there's some reference pages which show some of the things I have on this page. My frustration has been that it's a lot to read through. It can be time consuming, and I just want something where I can check this output very quickly. So in general, all you need to do is reference through this page, and it will show you exactly what kinds of output you can get. Now, the one-letter codes are kind of the first thing to reach for. The next thing that you're looking for is custom date parts. And this is where you're going to produce the string yourself, because you're looking for a very specific kind of output. So if you want to put together all those pieces to get the output you want, you can use these different date part references to get something that you're looking for. So I'll just show you some examples of that. So for example, if I want to see, Tuesday, May 7, I might want to parse it out and do it in pieces. So I've got some different things I was working on, which I've prepared. So in this case, I've referenced three things. So the three lowercase d's, if you go down here, you can see that's the abbreviated day of the week. And then the three uppercase m's, that is the month, also abbreviated to 3 letters. And then the last part is just the lowercase d, and that's just the day of the month. So you can see how this can be broken into pieces, and it will preview my output for me. Now, as an additional check on my end, I actually did a Power Automate workflow where I had it feed in these values. You'll see exactly what I mean. So I've got this practice list, and I can go ahead and stick it in here too. You're not going to need to do this, but it's just an interesting exercise where you can check and verify and make sure Power Automate is going to return what you expect. So if I enter that value and run this, and in this case I just have this practice workflow, it's using the now value for that, and after about 30 seconds or sometimes less, we're going to see that update, and we're going to be able to see that it does in fact match what I'm doing on my side. So I've got my value. It should say Tuesday, May 7, and my SharePoint list record is going to update in a minute. There you go. So this just confirms to me. So what this is doing is saving you the hassle of having to run your flow through test iterations, trying different patterns. Now it's going to be really clear ahead of time what pattern you want to use to get the output that you're looking for. So I'll show you a couple other examples. If I wanted to do, May 7, 9:38 a.m. That's the next one I'm going to do. So I've got another little combination of patterns that I've already put together. All right, so 4Ms, what is that? That is the month fully spelled out. And then followed by that, I've got the day of the month. And then I want to get the time part of it. So I have H, which is the hour from 1 to 12. And then I just put a colon and then the minutes. And I do want that with 0 included. So that is using the pattern lowercase. And then the last thing, the TT, gives it that AM, PM designator. So that's just another example pattern. I'll show you 1/3 example here. If I want to do the spelled out weekday and then, day of the month, that kind of thing. Here's another one. I'll just paste it in here. Okay, so another thing you can do is maybe you want to see what this looks like in different times. I can actually change this time to something different just to make sure I'm getting the output I'm looking for. Maybe I want to see what it looks like in different scenarios. So I could change this day and you can override the output. What's cool is it's also changing the output down in the reference grid below. So all of these output references are dynamic, so it helps you to see exactly what you're going to get. One thing you do want to understand about this is it's sensitive to your locale, where you're located. So, of course, in different countries and areas of the world, there are different standards when it relates to date and time information in terms of how it's normally displayed. This tool is set up mostly to work with United States time formatting, but many of these things are global. They're universal, and regardless of your locale, it's still going to give you the same output. So just a comment, depending on where you're located, your results may vary a little bit, but you should still find this as useful. Certainly in the case of the date parts, those are going to stay consistent. The day of the month is always going to be the day of the month. So if you put together your information that way, you should find that you're always going to get the output you're looking for. So this is something where you can just bookmark this page and you can use this handy tool anytime you're needing to do date time formatting in your Power Automate workflows. And now that's going to save you the hassle and headache of having to pour through, these very long pages and long explanations of these different examples instead of having to use all those separate references and then also having to re-enter those format codes into your workflow. Now you can just go ahead and experiment with your output until you get exactly what you're looking for, and you can see how that's going to come out real time just using that tool. All right, so that is the Power Automate date time formatting tool. That's at SharePointDashboards.com. So you're going to be able to just bookmark this page. You can go here. Of course, you don't have to pay anything for this. At this site, there's a lot of other cool templates and tools, which I hope you'll check out. And if you're interested in that, you can just click on the SharePoint Dashboards logo, and there's all kinds of information and videos and things like that on my site. But this video today was really just about showing you a really handy tool and something that you can use as a handy reference when you do need to do that daytime formatting in Power Automate, which for me happens pretty often. I hope you like that, and I hope this speeds up your workflow development process, and it helps you, especially with workflows that have to do with SharePoint data with date time values. Good luck.